So he makes the drive about an hour back home, and on the way, he's just in agony. He's got to poop terribly. Gets home. Now, his nearest bathroom is on the second floor of his house. So he's got to go up some steps. So instead, he bails out of his car, goes about 8 feet away, shits in his yard. Uses his underwear to clean up. Now, he had torn these underwear earlier in the day when pulling his pants up, so, they were trash anyway. Whoa. But what I need to know is, did he make it? Does it count? Does it count when you poop in your yard? Did he make it, yay or nay? You are!
There it is.
Hell yeah, boss!
Oh, hey!
Oh, yeah!
Little red bugs.
Good morning!
And welcome to episode 947 of Hard Factor. It is Friday, May 20th, 2022. Thank you for cheating on the news with us today. We're talking about monkeypox. Whoa, insane. Whoa. Political gaffes, Nick Saban, GrubHub in trouble, topless chicks chasing bald eagles, and of course, voicemails and 5 stars reviews to close things out. Fellas, are you ready? Ready for this weekend? Also, Florida Man Friday Extended is live on patreon.com/hardfactor to start your weekend off.
Hammer don't hurt him.
Woo! Come on,
Jeez.
Will. That was a lot.
Yeah, whole bunch.
Yeah. That's
Pack
good.
Friday.
That's
Don't
good.
hurt him, Hammer.
Yeah. I'm doing about as good as that intro. Real good.
Yeah, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like
right.
you even segued from intro to Grub. I mean, it was just you segued with it. It was good, man. It was really good.
That was good.
It's Friday.
That was good energy.
Happy
Appreciate
birthday, Will.
Yeah.
Well, you forgot one thing. It's your fucking
Oh,
birthday,
shit.
dog. Come
It
on,
is.
man.
Happy
Come on.
birthday. 37 years old.
Happy
today.
birthday.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. Yeah.
We used to
Look at
spend a
that.
lot. Will used to have some of the best birthdays, bro. Will's house was under renovation from 1993 to I think they finished it last year. So like a lot of hotel birthdays, and man, it's great birthdays. Will's
Was
house.
it a birthday when Ricky broke your giant mirror? Allegedly, Ricky. Whoever, or was that? Just
Maybe. I don't know. I think that we
that was just a gathering.
yeah, we just like
Remember
my
that?
house
That
was also
that was a
just
scene.
yeah. It was that was good times. But I mean, a lot of good birthday parties this year. I get a great present going back to Virginia for the first time since 2019. So
Oh,
going
Ginny.
home. Yeah.
Oh,
that.
Ginny
There you go.
Jennerson.
Gonna see the family and the friends.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's been too long. We haven't been home for 3 years. That's a while.
You
That
could
is a
stop by the middle school. Wes, do you have that picture of her in the middle school that you were showing off earlier today?
Yeah, I do. Somewhere.
Yeah, Wes took it too.
Wes, on the Extended Florida Man Friday, was like showing off Herndon Middle School left and right, so you could drive by there.
That's probably my least favorite of the three Herndon schools.
Yeah.
I went to all three, elementary, middle, and high.
It was very
High
ganged up.
High was badass.
It was very ganged up.
High
in
and
middle school.
elementary I liked more than the middle, yeah.
There she is.
A lot of murders.
Yeah, it was.
in that building.
Did you go there, Wes?
I did. Yep.
Okay, surprising. Okay,
Yeah, we talked about
I
his.
thought as a resting
his
guy you would
ass,
be
yeah.
too far away.
Tune into the Florida Man Friday if you want to get the full scoop on Reston.
My dad went to that when it was the high school.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
so
Herndon
high
Roots.
Mm-hmm.
Got out of there, though.
Less kids.
It wasn't
back
great.
then.
It wasn't great as a high school either, was it?
I don't think so.
No,
No, probably not.
no, they downgraded it. Will so no.
Like this is the worst high school in the area. Let's make it a middle school.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
All right. So you're
MS-13.
going home. So you're not going to be on next week, correct? You're off.
Somewhere to go.
Will's going to be back.
I'll be on
in-
Monday's episode, and I'll be off the rest of the week. Yeah.
Okay, sounds good. You guys got anything else you want to do before we do the stuff?
Mm-mm.
You want to do the stuff? Okay.
Good stuff.
Well, the news isn't going to do itself. We're going to have to do the news.
Yeah, cup of coffee in the big time.
Okay. Today's top trending stories are about to be crammed into your fucking ears, but first, a fun fact. The national animal of Scotland is the unicorn.
Oh,
I know. You'd think it would be Poland, right?
Oh, I get it. Wait,
It's not even an animal, really.
right? Because they think it's real.
Yeah, they think it's real. These morons believe in a giant sea creature named Nessie. They think that's living in Loch Ness in the Scottish Highlands, and they have a freaking unicorn as their national animal. How about you join us in reality, Scotland? Is this what happens when you let your enemy neighbors bang your wives on the night of marriage? Is that what's going on? Is reality so grim in Scotland they have to play fairy tale pretend like the girl in Pan's Labyrinth or the girl in Sucker Punch, both trying to escape the horrible, horrible truth, creating
Prima
worlds in their mind?
would cause terrible PTSD.
Yeah,
for
so
sure.
now they're like, oh, fairy tales and unicorns and Loch Ness. No Nessie and no unicorns. Get it together, Scotland. It's time to get a national animal that exists. That's what I have to say about that. You with us, Wes?
Yeah, I just had to tell the parents to turn everything off.
Turn that fucking internet off. All right, let's do a joke.
Wes
I like
is
to
battling it with his internet. Second show in a row.
They're down there watching Judge Judy streaming it.
PGA.
They're streaming all sorts of shit down there. Let's do a joke. I like the jokes. How about a dark joke, Wes?
Yes, love it.
How about the darkest joke of all time?
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay, but it's not going to be me that tells it. Let me play you a clip of former president and son of former President George W. Bush.
Russian elections are rigged. Political opponents are imprisoned or otherwise eliminated from participating in the electoral process. The result is an absence of checks and balances in Russia and the decision of one man to launch a wholly unjustified and brutal invasion of of Ukraine.
Oh no!
Correct. Anyway.
Oh no, George W. Oh no.
75.
He's 75. He's having fun up there now after the slip. Holy Freudian slip,
That
Batman.
was a big slip.
I mean, either the most fucked up joke in the history of the world or Freudian slip, right? Because
No, because he wouldn't have been doing it as him as the butt. No,
Man,
that would be a real dark joke if he.
yeah,
if
that's
that,
what I'm suggesting.
and
That'd be the darkest joke of all time.
No. It's
How many people died over there? You know, how many boys and girls?
that takes you back, man. You forget when you were in the midst of it, and W would do one of those. You were like, God damn it, this makes us look weak as a country. And then you had no idea what was to come. And then now you see it, and you're like, oh man, I want this back. You know, I want this old W back. You don't.
Do you want that
No.
back?
I mean, lesser of
I don't
three
think
evils.
so. I don't know. I don't
want to go back.
He
in
just
time
joked
at
about
all.
a 20-year war.
It was
he
kind of
started.
folksy. It was kind of folksy.
But he
No.
started at okay.
But his recovery.
He's a rascal.
He
Why
also
don't we move on from all of the 18 baby boomer presidents we've had in a row? Why can't we just go give anybody else a shot?
Did you hear
besides
his joke
all the
about
same
his
people
age at the end? He
over and over?
He goes, I'm sorry I made that horrible gaffe. I'm 75. And everyone laughed. That's like 4 years younger than Biden now.
Biden.
And like
Biden's
one,
older than him.
And like
They're
1 year
boys.
younger
They've been
than
friends forever.
like 1 year younger than Trump. If Trump wins again, he's
Yeah.
going to be the
It's
same age
unfucking
Biden was.
believable.
Can we stop electing
Yeah.
old fucks? Like, look, I'm not trying to do the ageism thing. You know, everyone
I am.
loves- yeah.
Fuck them.
Yeah, everyone loves their grandparents, but this is for the top
It's
role
frustrating.
in
It's
the
frustrating
country.
that they won't
gotta be
fucking
sharper.
leave.
Yeah.
Just get out of
Listen,
here.
My mom has asked me the same question at least 3 times since she's been here. You know,
Right. Should she be
Oh,
president?
yeah.
she
I mean, like,
certainly
yeah.
shouldn't be president.
That's what I'm saying.
The question is, are you really hungry?
Yeah,
Yeah, can I make you a
exactly.
sandwich?
No, that's a fat joke.
Because you just ate.
Yeah, I got it.
Damn.
I mean, seriously, they should put a denture rule in.
Yeah.
That's ageist, but I stand by it.
Unless you lost him in a
Unless
battle.
you're like a hockey player. Or
Age,
something.
if you, sure, if you lost them due to something
Natural
else, sure.
cause
If you
loss
age,
of
if
teeth.
natural causes have eroded your teeth from your gums,
Yeah.
you should not be writing laws anymore.
Hey man, I'm with you. He's 75. We got an older guy in, and then another old ass guy trying to come back in, and I don't like it. But let's move on to the
Unreal.
honorable mentions.
Anybody
joke,
else,
though.
please?
Yeah, it's great.
The
dark
timing
joke.
was great.
Fantastic joke.
Good luck beating that, Wes.
Yeah, it's impossible.
He's joking about a war he started
I know.
for no reason, really, and that killed a bunch of people.
The ultimate trump card,
that's-
really, to
that's
play.
pretty
If you
pretty
can't-
dark
if you
joke.
can't,
They made everyone
dark
laugh.
joke.
Yeah, he did.
It was perfect, really.
It was a great joke. Let's move on to the honorable mentions. The first one is sports. Lots of good sports going on now, and actually, we're going to see sports a lot later in the cream of the crop too. But we got the conference championships in the NBA, the Western and Eastern Conference Finals. It's down to the Dallas Mavericks and Golden State Warriors in the West, and the Miami Heat and Boston Celtics in the East. And whoever wins in the East is going to get just absolutely smoked out by the Golden State Warriors, who are clearly taking the whole thing unless Klay Thompson explodes his knee for the 15th time.
They better bring their swimsuits.
Yeah, it's going to be a pool party.
Pool party.
Splashing. Yeah, drop them. The PGA Championship is going on as well. Wes put his picks in the Discord. They look pretty good.
Yeah, Kuchar is the big one. If Kuchar pulls it out, we're going to be a very happy crowd here.
You gave that out in the gambling earlier before the tournament started when he was like plus 15,000. He's probably not
plus
that
20,000.
right now.
Yeah,
exactly.
I've got 500 of the 3,300 left. I'm putting it all on Wes's picks.
There you go. So get our and other people's sports picks in the gambling thread in the Discord, which you can get access to by sending in the car on Patreon, patreon.com/hardfactor. Do it. All right. Next one. Monkeypox is here, as Will mentioned earlier, and boy, is it gross.
God damn, that is gross.
I have
the
that on my
images are
dick.
Terrible.
Yeah.
You've had blisters that bad on your penis?
I didn't think anyone heard me say that.
Oh, okay.
I mean, those things are like pus filled. And
I got monkeypox. I got monkeypox.
Very, 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 very upsetting.
They're alarming.
I'm 36 years old.
It should be called. I don't think they should call it monkeypox. I think they should call it. Oh my God. That's what they should call it. Monkeypox causes fever, body aches, and large lymph nodes, and eventually those pox, which were the giant, painful, fluid-filled blisters you get on your face and hands and feet that you would have seen if you're on YouTube.com /hardfactor or whatever. That they cause people to say "ew" out loud when they see you. Can't help it. They look because you look like a freakish ogre. I mean, you're going to get looks and grunts and stares, and parents will be shielding their kids away from you. You know.
Oh, it's grotesque. Yeah,
it's bad.
It's a real scene there. It's like when you look at an STD like picture book in health class, except on somebody's hands. Yeah.
It's like a spider bite, kind of.
A bad one all over the place.
But a shitload.
Yeah. Like there. I guess the reason we're talking about it is because there's a monkeypox outbreak that started in the UK, I think, or at least in Europe. It's in the UK, Portugal, Spain, a few other European countries. It's not so bad right now. It's like about 100 people in England and 20 in Portugal, some in Canada, and one asshole just brought it to the US when we should probably just burn him alive.
We know his name?
They won't tell us, but if we did, we should go kill him.
It makes sense that it happened over in the UK because it looks like a disease that you get in like a dungeon, you know, like an overcrowded dungeon.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, for sure.
Like
If you're shackled to something.
You're shackled to a stone wall and you
It's
get
a medieval.
monkeypox.
It's a medieval freakish disease. Yeah. Like in fact, Wes, I'm pretty sure someone in the movie you still have inexplicably not seen, Braveheart, had monkeypox. Probably the dad. Bruce's dad had some pox going on. Epidemiologist Susan Hopkins, who's a chief nerd at for the UK Health Security Agency, said on Monday, exactly where and how the people acquired their infections remains under urgent investigation. They have no idea where it came from.
They know.
That's great. Do they?
I mean, you got
Do
the
they
name.
ever? Do they ever?
You got the name of the animal they fucked in the name of the disease.
So
Well, it's not like
but
chicken
who did
pox
it?
always comes from a chicken, is it?
Yeah, some dude banged a chicken, and then
No, that's like it doesn't happen that way, is it?
I mean, yeah, pretty
No,
sure.
because it just circulates though.
I think it's where the first case of the disease was found is where isn't that how they name
in a
it?
chicken by whoever's dick.
So
Right.
every
But they
year a
haven't-
chicken starts chicken pox.
They haven't been able to
No,
find...
now it's in humans.
Some chicken fucker way back in the day started it,
Well,
bro.
but isn't monkeypox in humans, or is this
Yeah.
the only first case ever?
No, monkeypox is in humans.
Is
now,
the
but it
bird
probably
flu
started in
Did
monkeys.
someone fuck a
So many
bird for the bird
monkeypox
flu?
are in humans.
It must have been hard, but yeah.
Yeah.
Things get airborne too.
So they don't know
They
where
really
it is.
do.
There's
Took
no
a
way any
while,
of this is
Mark,
right.
but he
When a
did it.
monkey's involved.
Yeah.
That's how HIV started, right? Someone fucked a monkey. Look, they don't know
This is
where.
all very accurate. Yeah.
They
Yeah,
don't
this
know
is so
where
accurate.
they don't know where this current outbreak started from. Is the point, or they're not spilling the beans. So great, another virus where we don't know where it came from. We do know where they all came from. The labs. And this one, luckily, this version of monkeypox, I guess, is not as deadly as it could be because one version of monkeypox kills 10% of people that get it, which is high. This one's like under 1%. So you're just going to look like a freak. Yeah. There you go.
How long do those warts last all over
for
your
life?
body?
They're for life.
What?
No, I'm just kidding. I don't
That's
know.
not true.
I'm just kidding.
Apple cider vinegar, man.
For the
Come on.
remaining 2 years of your life.
Until you fucking just get a knife or pop them,
Yeah, jump off a bridge.
2 days. Last honorable mention is Dark MAGA was trending #1 on Twitter for a while yesterday. Not to be confused with Ultra MAGA. We're talking about Dark MAGA here. Right?
Dark MAGA.
I don't know what that means. I guess Maddie.
What is there an ultra dark MAGA?
I don't know.
Dark
Is it black people
MAGA.
that like Trump?
No,
No, this is
those are assholes. It's
Or they
it's
don't
like
fit the mold?
It's like a fantasy thing, right?
I don't know, but I guess Madison Cawthorn's really into it. So the reason it's trending is because old Maddie Cawthorn
Dark
here,
MAGA.
he was not real happy. He lost his primary and is out of politics. And he, in fact, threw a temper tantrum on social media and proclaimed that the time of Dark MAGA is about to be upon us. He went ahead and dropped a list of people he likes and that are probably in Dark MAGA. These are the people that didn't disrespect him when he was in office. So you got all sorts of people up in here.
The great Charlie Kirk.
Tucker Carlson, the great Charlie Kirk, Matt Gaetz, President Donald Trump, still president there, Steve Bannon, DC Drano, in parentheses Rogan. I don't know which Rogan that is, but DC Drano sounds a lot like Squee type energy. Rand Paul, of course. So he's just got a list of Joe guys up there, right? These are people that are in Dark MAGA, I guess, or he wants to be in Dark MAGA.
Dark MAGA. It's that style of
The
meme.
NRA was on there as well.
It's a style of meme where
nice.
Trump is like he's drawing like dark lines, like red lines. or
Yeah,
like
but wasn't that
laser
just
eyes.
a joke because of the article about Dark MAGA?
Well, he's taking the
No,
ball
I
and
think the
running with
article
it.
came from the style of the meme art of people being like,
Sure, but he's just into like anime. Is that what he's saying?
it's
Dark
guys
MAGA?
that make like Trump memes where he's like, he looks like a comic book character.
I think he called both parties
Propaganda.
a uniparty, the Democratic and Republican Party, and he said that the Republican Party is a bunch of bitches.
Yeah, do you have
and-
his caption?
I have part of his caption. So I have part. Here's part
Yeah,
of
his
his
caption is what was really trending. Yeah.
Here's part of his unhinged rant he left in the caption. He says, the time for genteel politics, genteel spelled like the term not Jewish, so he didn't know what he was talking about right off the bat. The time for genteel politics as usual has come to an end. It's time for the rise of the new. It's time for Dark MAGA to truly take command. We have an enemy to defeat, but we will never be able to defeat them until we defeat the cowardly and weak members of our own party. Their days are numbered. We are coming. So if you're... genteel,
Just like I am in my cousin.
and my brother.
And he was saying, so the first part of his caption was basically saying that those people in the
They're
picture,
cool.
they're part of Dark MAGA.
That's
and
right.
That's okay with him.
Yes.
But now they're coming for everybody's ass. So
if you're
watch
not on
out.
this list, you're in trouble, especially the Gentiles. He had to he had to change that one because that was a big error. He has, not surprisingly, he had a lot of grammar errors, and I think he actually put the post on Twitter at first and then had to move it to Instagram because there's an edit button in Instagram. And Instagram's more Madison's speed intellectually until Elon gets the edit button up in Twitter. He should probably be posting at Instagram because he has to get in there and edit quite a bit of his mistakes. So
Yeah.
that's Dark MAGA.
Boy, I love that edit button. I'm with him on that though.
Yeah.
I want it so bad on Twitter.
Genteel.
Oh man. There's nothing worse when you spend like 8 minutes crafting.
I
a
know.
tweet.
And then you just don't even want to redo it.
I did it today with I dropped a video and I left a frame dark for 6 seconds and I went and I watched it and I was like, oh, that's never gonna go. Never gonna
I know,
go.
it's the worst. You at the beginning,
no.
and then like you're fucked.
Stupid.
Wasted so much time on that. Just give us the edit button, you know?
Yeah, I do hate that
Deep
too.
edit, like even timing on the video, that would
Oh
be
my god.
Whoa.
I'd have 800 likes on that thing. Now it's
Come on,
80.
Elon. Come on, Elon. Come on.
Come on. I added him and said, where's the fucking edit button? He did not get back to me. And after Dark MAGA, we come to...
The cream of the crop!
Okay, guys. Who would you say is the biggest college football coach probably ever? Current guy.
Current guy,
Current
Saban.
Saban.
Saban. That's right. Nick Saban. And you remember Saban used to
Yeah,
coach
Saban.
at your guys' school, Will, and sort of Pat, right? LSU.
Oh no, I was enrolled there
Okay.
Actually, Pat was there
for a national championship.
Well, not the whole time Saban was there, but almost Saban's whole tenure after we were out of.
So you remember it. You were there for that, right? And do you know who his offensive coordinator was, or at least his most famous offensive coordinator, if he had multiple?
Don't know.
Jimbo Fisher.
That's right, Wes. I don't know
You're
why
right,
you guys
Wes.
didn't know that. It's Jimbo Fisher, former coordinator at FSU, former head coach at FSU, and current head coach at Texas A&M. Well, Texas A&M just had the #1 recruiting class for the first time in school history. Alabama is #2 in 2022, and they're usually #1 every year. So here's what Nick Saban had to say about Texas A&M's #1 recruiting class.
Read about them. You know who they are. I mean, we were second in recruiting last year. A&M was first. A&M bought every player on their team. Made a deal for name, image, and likeness. All right, we didn't buy one player. All right, but I don't know if we're going to be able to sustain that in the future because more and more people are doing it.
Okay, so there you go.
He's talking about the rule changes.
Yeah,
well,
he's
he
accusing
said
them of
one thing,
cheating.
but then kind of said another thing, right?
No, okay, so the name, image, and likeness. Now schools can package probably together to make them more money based on the fact that athletes are allowed to make money off their name, image, and likeness, which they weren't before.
It depends on the state, Will. That's the problem. And in Texas, you can't do it until they're enrolled in the college.
Ooh,
So
you
he's
know what I bet-
accusing them of breaking the law and cheating out loud in an interview.
You know what I bet they're doing? So the name, image, and likeness thing, I read a bunch about it.
Said they broke the law.
Part of it came from I forget, it was like a Coca-Cola ad that was using a Texas player in it years and years and years ago. I bet what he's getting at is that A&M, the colleges do not have to do this, right? They said, hey, you can go out as a player and make your own deals. That's the new rule. But I bet what A&M is doing is we're going to give you royalties like you would on a pro
we're going to
deal.
help
Right,
you
but
do it.
you're missing the point, Pat. You can't do it in Texas, regardless of how you do it, until the kids are in school. This is illegal in Texas. He's basically making a statement that every single player in the recruiting class has A&M broke
But
protocol.
what about
for.
just giving the promise of it? That's not probably illegal.
Have you ever been to
he's
College
not,
Station?
He's not saying that. He's not saying that. He said he bought them. Yeah, I mean, obviously, there's probably a gray area. I don't think A&M's going to get in trouble, but he definitely just accused them of cheating. And I don't know if you saw Dabo Sweeney over there, but he looked pretty uncomfortable when he was talking about it. Either because probably he's breaking South Carolina rules over
He's
there at
breaking
Clemson,
coach code for sure.
or he knew that Jimbo Fisher was about to throw a shit fit when he heard it, which he did. Would you like to hear Jimbo Fisher's scorched earth response?
Please tell me it's Nick
Nick Saban.
Nolte. Yes.
He is not happy. No, he doesn't out himself.
I am buying my players.
No, Nick Nolte admitted to buying it in blue chips, but Jimbo Fisher is not happy with Nick Saban. Let's take a listen.
Some people think they're God. Go dig into how God did his deal. You may find out about a guy that a lot of things you don't want to know. We built him up to be the czar of football. Go dig into his past, or anybody that's ever coached with him. You can find out anything you want to find out, what he does and how he does it. And it's despicable. It really is. And it's a shame we have to sit up here and have this conversation about things we do. And it's personal to us? Yes, it is. It's personal to A&M. It's personal to our players. It's personal to our coaches and everybody involved. And I know the guy. Know him really well. But promise you this, there are no violations. There are nothing wrong. It's the second time we've had to do this with grown men who don't get their way and want to pout, throw a fit, and act up. Just go ask all the people who work for him. You'll know exactly what he's about. I always said this. My dad always told me this. When people show you who they are, believe them. He's showing you who he is.
Questions?
Okay.
Bam.
A couple of things, Jimbo. First of all, have you had any contact with Nick since?
No. Oh, he's called.
He's always
you just didn't
calling.
take the call?
Not going to. We're done.
And
He shows you who he is.
and then I just
It's like
wanted-
pro wrestling.
Greatest ever, huh?
Greatest ever, huh?
And then I just wanted
When you
to
got
make-
all the
He's really
advantages,
tight. So he's
Yeah.
it's easy.
He goes, anyone can do it when you have the
Each other
advantages.
in the past in terms of what y'all done in your previous relationship. So how disappointing was it to hear that from him, in terms of, a mentor type to you
It's
as well?
disappointing. No, it wasn't. No, listen, you coach with people like Bobby Bowden and learn how to do things. You coach with other people and learn how not to do things.
Win
There's a
national
reason
championships.
I ain't went back and worked for him.
I don't know about that.
There's opportunities.
Winning as coach.
There's a reason people don't go
Coach
back and
back
work for
behind
him.
the
Don't be
lights.
associated with it.
Doesn't want to be associated with it.
Yeah.
I mean, you try to get people to this weird ass town and this weird ass college without buying them.
So I mean, Nick Saban for sure. When he left LSU, Les Miles was a much more liked coach.
Damn, bro.
Oh damn!
Nick Saban used to rent out the entire LSU campus hotel for himself and his family only, nights before games, so the players' parents wouldn't be allowed to stay there, and it would just be him in an entire hotel, on-campus hotel.
Must be fun.
And so, like, there's
Lights
a lot
out
of
at 8.
Pants. I don't think so.
There's a
Game
lot
of
of
tag
people.
through.
There's a lot of people who echo what Jimbo says about Nick Saban. And so it's not, if you have been around his programs or been around like the people he's worked with, you've heard this shit before about Nick Saban.
What does he mean? What is he getting at that
He
he's
means
doing?
Nick Saban's a complete fucking dickhead.
Yeah.
And Nick Saban
But
is
what
all
he's
about
getting
Nick
at is
Saban.
not just
and Nick
dickheadery.
Saban is just an
he said
egomaniac motherfucker.
He's a
that
rule
is
breaker.
just an asshole.
He was
I
making
think-
like Sandusky like allegations. In
No,
his own
I don't think it's Sandusky. I think what he's saying is he treats human beings like shit, including the kids.
He's a
He
pouty
treats-
little
he
bitch
treats
who
the kids like chips, like moves around. He doesn't care about the kids. He doesn't care about the other.
How
the
many
other people.
Alabama players got brand new Cadillacs or whatever the fuck dealership
No,
hooks
I
up
know.
Alabama
Come on,
players
give me
with
a
cars, you know,
break.
at like under Saban.
How
So-
did Alabama get the top recruiting classes when they were a shit school before he got there? Exactly.
I did hear that he kicked
He should
the
shut
Affleck
his mouth
duck.
on that part. Yeah. You did hear what?
That he kicked the Affleck duck. I heard that.
Yeah, that's right.
When they were doing that commercial.
Yeah. Look,
personally liked Saban easily number 3 out of the 3 coaches who have won national titles at LSU. I mean, it would easily go Ed 1, Les Miles 2, Saban 3 for sure.
that was just a brag right there.
Yeah. In such a tight cluster of years too.
I mean,
Wow.
which of the 3 coaches should I pick? You know,
Just 15
Saban's
years.
last.
Yeah,
Saban's
really.
last as far as what people think about him personally. From the LSU fan base.
more of this. I hope more of this. I hope Saban fires back, and I hope Fisher just starts naming some things he's done in the past.
I hope they're in the same division. Oh, they are in the same division.
They are not in the same division, same conference.
Conference, you know what I
SEC
mean. They're gonna play
West
each
and
other?
SEC East. Like every
No, they're
third
both
year.
SEC West.
They're both. Well, Alabama's the West.
Mm-hmm.
Or I mean, A&M's the West too. Oh, so they play each other every year. Damn.
I think in the new, once they add more schools, they might not. But yeah, for
A&M,
now
I
they
thought
will.
A&M was on the other side.
No, you're right. Alabama,
No,
LSU, A&M,
Tennessee.
Mississippi State, Auburn, Ole Miss, and Arkansas.
Well,
So now are people
that's
going to go and
amazing.
investigate Saban after those statements? I mean, are we going to get a full investigation?
No, no
into,
one's
like,
going to
what he
investigate.
did?
man,
no
it's
one's going to
just some
investigate
bullshit.
anyone. It's just a personal beef they have going on. Especially
Saban
since,
was just being mean.
especially since Will mentioned like the rules have like loosened up where kids can start making money right now. So like they're not going to like year 1 start dinging these kids right after they like started.
I'm saying for his past.
Oh, I hope so.
No.
I think all bets are off with the name, image, and likeness change. Straight up, like these kids with social media and that together, these kids are gonna be making money. The NCAA is toast.
Yeah.
Well, but as long as they allow the money making to go on and they still are allowed to hold on to their eligibility rules from the pro leagues, like the NFL, for example, you're not allowed to join it until you're 3 years out of high school. As long as that rule always exists, then college, for football for sure is always going to be relevant. It just depends on the sports and the pro leagues.
It was long overdue for the kids to make money, and Saban should take his second recruiting class and just shut the fuck up. And you're still number 2 there, you dick. Lose another natty championship game like last year, you bitch. Either way, with all that money coming in, these 18-year-olds are going to need some financial advising, and I think I know who could help them. Titan, our sponsor, right? You wouldn't write up an important legal contract yourself, would you? No.
No.
Yeah, no.
I mean, you have, but you shouldn't. You don't do it again. No, you talk with a lawyer, the expert. So why are you trying to invest yourself? How about you let the experts at Titan do that for you? As everyday investors, the cards have been stacked against us. We're competing against institutional investors with unlimited resources. So to grow your long-term wealth, it's just not really something you can do yourself, and you shouldn't just sit back and shoot for average returns. With Titan, you have a personal investment team that researches and invests for you so that you can aim to outperform the market. With Titan, you get access to strategies similar to those in the 1% without having to be ultra wealthy or pay hefty fees. We can compete with the Sabans now, guys. All it takes is $100 to get started. Deposit your money, select which of their portfolios you want to invest in, and that's it. Titan's experts will give you updates about the market and decisions being made with your money, and you can even ask them questions within the app. And guess what? Now Titan's bringing their knowledge to an expertly managed crypto portfolio What crypto? Titan aims to grow your investments at least 15% annually net of fees, which means you can easily double your wealth within like 5 years, every 5 years. And I use Titan and get a huge peace of mind that I have a team of experts managing my investments. I don't even really have to check it that much. Those guys are all over it for me. They're investing my money. Check out Titan if you want to aim to become the smartest, wealthiest investor you've ever been. So head to titan.com/factor to get $50 when you invest with Titan. You must go to the URL. We can flash a picture of it for you here if you're looking on YouTube. And we'll say it again. Titan.com/factor. You got to go to that URL if you want to get the $50. You're not going to get it if you don't. They won't know we sent you either, which sucks for us. So that's $50 when you go to titan.com/factor and invest with Titan. And this is a sponsored podcast that I am a client of Titan. I'm all up in the flagship and crypto portfolios, and I'm damn happy to be there.
Madison Cawthorn, here's a little excerpt from the middle of the thing. It's all just texts, and then in the very middle of this post, he has a quote that's attributed to nobody, and the quote is, "At the beginning of a change, the patriot is a rare and hated man."
I think he made it up. That's why it's not attributed to anyone. That was on the fly.
But why is it in quotes though?
Because he just thought of it. He's like, this is quote worthy. They're gonna want to quote this.
Somerset. It's a Mark Twain, maybe. It's a bastardized Mark Twain.
Oh, he always bastardizes whatever it is. He definitely misses half the message.
It could be in the beginning of a change. The patriot is a scarce and brave and hated and scorned man.
Who's that? Who said that? Mark.
It's
Twain.
Mark Twain.
Wow.
Yeah.
He should have attributed that.
Well, that was when patriot meant something different, though. Yeah.
I don't know, Madison. Maybe he was just. I mean, well, whatever.
Are we really looking into what Madison was trying to say? I mean, no, he's a moron.
Doesn't matter what color crayon he wrote it with.
Yeah, exactly. So that was my segment, guys.
I love Madison Cawthorn.
You guys want to talk GrubHub, or you guys want to go international?
Who's up?
I don't know if we decided.
No, I think, Pat's up.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, cool. I didn't know. All right. Well, hey, let's get into it, guys. Are you gentlemen familiar with this acronym? The acronym, guys, is TANSTAAFL. You familiar with that?
Titties, ass, nipple, suck, titties, ass, fuck, love.
That's pretty good.
Lick. Fuck, lick.
Mm-hmm. Anyone else got any guesses?
That's far too many letters to be an acronym.
That's what I said, but it's a fucking popular acronym, and it's there ain't no such thing as a free lunch. Who knew? Yep. Who knew?
Who says that?
Lots of people say that. There was a saying. We knew the saying, obviously the adage. I didn't know that it was acronymized, but the adage was in use by the 1930s. This is a fun fact. Some believe its first appearance was in a Rudyard Kipling writing in 1891. But the free lunch in the saying refers to the formerly common practice in American bars of offering a free lunch in order to entice drinking customers, specifically daytime drinkers.
Keep
right?
them there, yeah.
That's the steak bar at the strip club, guys.
So they do in Spain with the tapas.
Mm-hmm, with the tapas. They keep you there forever. The phrase and acronym are central to Robert Heinlein's 1966 science fiction novel, The Moon is a Harsh Mistress. Never heard of that. But that helped popularize the acronym. However, its most appropriate use, and how it specifically relates to today's story, is in economics. The free market economist Milton Friedman applied it as a paraphrase to the title of his 1975 book on that very subject. And some have even said that there's ain't no such thing as a free lunch is the core of economics. So some fun facts and some foreshadowing. And if you thought that wasn't enough foreshadowing, let me shadow you a little in an effort to drum up a little biz, the marketing wizards at the delivery app giant GrubHub thought up a little initiative. That's what they call it in the biz. These are biz lingos. And on May 11th, they sent out a press release. And the headline of the press release, guys, was GrubHub is buying lunch for New York City in a movement to make sure the city that never sleeps doesn't turn into the city that never lunches. Pretty good headline. What was the sub-headline, guys? Sub-headline was GrubHub survey reveals 64% of U.S. workers call lunch the most important meal of the day, yet Many are skipping it due to busy schedules. Okay. There you go. That's pretty cool.
I
Pretty
don't
cool
believe
press release.
that.
Well, it's probably because it's a totally made up survey.
Yeah.
Right. But
64% said lunch is the most important meal. That's bullshit. It's either breakfast or dinner. It's the least important meal.
yeah, it's absolutely bullshit, Mark.
Yeah,
but
but
this
it gets you out of the office, though. When I was,
Does.
when I was working in an office, lunch was like,
Okay,
when
64%
is it
of
lunchtime?
office workers might say lunch is the most important meal to get you out of the office, but there's just no chance that 64% of people that aren't at work while taking the survey say it's lunch.
Well, I love that you're saying that, Mark, because we're going on a
I'm
quick.
a lunch guy. I'm gonna go out and say it.
Well, we're
I'm a big
50-50
time
here
lunch
because it
guy.
sounds like Pat agrees it's not lunch.
Love
it's,
the lunch.
It's not lunch. Dinner is the best meal of the day, but it doesn't matter. What you're seeing here, guys, this is actually pretty cool. It's a little inside baseball on the way that the world moves in the news, marketing, infotainment cycle. Okay, so GrubHub, we got an idea. Now, we got a press release. That press release made its little way into the internets, and as a marketing ploy disguised as a survey delivered in the form of a press release does, about 5 days later, this happened. And let's check in on the Dynamo's Shauna Smith and Brooke DePalma from Yahoo Finance for their broadcast on Monday, May 16th, 5 days after the press release.
Tracking GrubHub. It's hoping to help New Yorkers reclaim their midday break with some free lunch tomorrow. Brooke DePalma is here with the details. Brooke, what's going on?
That's right. On Tuesday, May 17th, New Yorkers have the opportunity to get a free lunch on behalf of GrubHub. According to a new poll that they did, they found that 69% of workers admitted to skipping lunch,
stat.
that is, because they're returning to the office. Can you believe it? I, for one, cannot skip lunch.
Yeah, nor can I.
Wow. How many people in New York City?
It's more
14 million?
more than that, probably.
100 million?
So let's take it, guys, if you will, right back to Shauna Smith and Brooke DePalma from Yahoo Finance for their Thursday, May 19th broadcast.
Okay.
Yeah. Maybe there's, I don't know.
It's a great success.
Into a disaster yesterday. Now the system crashed. Restaurants were caught off guard. Thousands of GrubHub users got their orders canceled. Some people even gave up on trying to order because they couldn't get through to the site. Brooke DePalma is following this for us. And Brooke, we were so excited about this offering just a few days ago. What the heck happened?
That's right, Shauna. What happened here? Well, some customers were definitely left hangry on Tuesday after restaurant owners in New York City just could not simply fulfill the unprecedented demand that they saw on the app yesterday. That right at 11 a.m. when the promotion started, the staff saw this, 25 times more than the normal amount of orders that they see on any given day. The restaurant is actually going to have to eat the cost of those orders.
That is awful. There is no such thing as a free lunch.
Yeah, he gets it.
You'd have thought they would have opened it up to more restaurants, you know?
It was all the restaurants, but more importantly, Will, it was all the people in New York fucking city.
Yeah,
guys, the owner of the restaurant.
So you could go to any restaurant and be like, GrubHub sent me today.
Any place that does GrubHub, which is pretty much every place. GrubHub is the king. GrubHub is the big dick daddy when it comes to food delivery services. Really? So the restaurant that Brooke DePalma was showing there in the clip, the owner of that restaurant had this
Venezuela
had this to say. We were not notified about this. I have no idea
Ecuador.
Who thought it would be a good idea to offer free lunch to one of the largest metropolitan cities in the world during the same exact 3-hour time span. It's unbelievable, really. That's Chad.
Right. Now, I'm actually surprised they're the biggest delivery in New York because they're definitely not where I've lived before.
Well, they own two of the other apps too. But yeah, they're massive here.
Oh, with gimmicks like this, Will, it's not so hard to believe.
Right.
Yeah, really. They're literally giving away lunch for free or trying to.
Guys,
at the expense of the restaurants.
It was an absolute fucking disaster. Max Zumwalt, the chef of Hannah House, is a Korean food hall, said between 11 a.m. and 2 p.m., all hell broke loose. It was a shit show. GrubHub, I guess, apparently, they're claiming, notified the restaurants of the promotion on May 9th, right? 2 days before the press release.
Every restaurant?
Oh, yeah. Anyone that is, a GrubHub member.
This is definitely not something you just send a memo to. Okay.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
look,
yeah.
hey, the email was obtained by Eater, and it reads this. Get ready for a serious lunch rush. That was a subject line. Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's true.
Yeah, and then it states, get ready. We're expecting a big boost in new customers ordering on GrubHub. And that's pretty much it. It was a little bit cryptic, said Oscar Gonzalez, an owner of the newly opened Mexican restaurant Cruz del Sur.
There weren't any date on there?
There weren't any specifics about the free lunch or the program.
Hundreds of GrubHubbers coming into the restaurant and saying, no, this is for free.
Exactly.
Just give me the food.
Fee Bakhtar, the general manager of Jajala Mexican restaurant in West Village, also described the hellish 3 hours as a shit show, adding, quote, it would have been nice if we had a heads up, GrubHub. Amelia Lepard tweeted this is what GrubHub's free lunch actually looks like.
Oh, no.
Jesus.
It's an order ticket machine just overflowing a ticket printer.
I mean, you just got to shut down, right?
Yep.
Like if I'm one of these restaurants, there's no chance I'm fulfilling a single one of those orders.
You close the restaurant.
I'm closing for lunch.
Yeah.
So
I'm blaming GrubHub.
Lock the door, put the close sign up, and go to the pool or whatever. Just go to the park. Get out of there.
Guys, they were averaging 6,000 orders per minute. This according to their spokesperson, Chris Crawlter, who I guess isn't taking it as seriously as some of the restaurateurs are. He said, the 6,000 orders a minute absolutely blew away all expectations. In addition, it also blew away our app's ability to be online. Yeah, the app crashed 5 minutes after the promotion took place. And imagine this. You were it's Tuesday. You're single staff member in the kitchen, and order after order after order after order after order is coming in.
This is like Wes at Bodo's Bagels. Like, imagine it's your first day and that machine just keeps shitting out receipts.
I mean, even if it's your
leave them in the lurch.
millionth day, even more of a reason to shut down.
If it's your millionth day, you know to just shut down. If it's your first day, you walk out crying. You know, like
oh man, no, these restaurateurs can't shut fucking down, guys. They just came off the worst 2 years of restaurants in the history of restaurants.
They can take only walk-in orders and ignore the
be like cash
orders.
only.
Yeah.
Put a sign.
You can turn off the GrubHub app.
Cash only. GrubHub sucks ass.
They can throw the GrubHub printer against the wall.
It's fucked up, man. There was a lot of reports of people like not leaving until 4 a.m. in the morning because it just totally fucked their entire day up.
Well, why? Because they were trying to.
They're trying to reconcile all the.
Because they don't want to piss off a customer. There wasn't a heads up. Some people. One woman was quoted as saying, "Is this real? I didn't think it was real. Then I realized it was real, and I got my ass in the kitchen." They did. I mean, they didn't know.
They all thought it was like a joke. Yeah, like a malfunction.
They thought someone's fucking with me, and then they're just like, "Well, these are real orders." I mean, if you're a restaurant, that's a serious thing. You get an order and you take it seriously.
Yeah, but once you find out that GrubHub offered the food for free, you don't make any of those.
In what window of the 3 hour window? Like it maybe gets to an hour and a half later.
Probably you check the app or you check the email.
You're head down in fucking lettuce and hamburger meat or whatever it is that you're slanging, bro.
There's something going on, and you need to start texting people.
As soon as I see a pile of tickets laying on the counter,
something's up.
Like Mark says, I'm texting the other restaurant people.
What the hell's happening?
Like, what the fuck is happening? And when I hear everybody's ticket regurgitating on the counter, then you just take cash only.
Or maybe start watching Brooke and Sean at Yahoo Finance because they created this fucking problem
to your employees and the customers who are there. It's just you just start drinking. That's what happens.
Today's fucked up, isn't it? Yeah.
Oh man.
Like, all right, this is not. Who wants a beer? Because it's cash only now.
I love how Shauna and Brooke took it in stride, the chaos they helped create by propagating this bullshit press release of the fake fucking survey from GrubHub.
Yeah, corporate, they got to pretend like they're,
Exciting new survey. Anyway, that's that, guys.
Wow. GrubHub in trouble.
69% of people regularly skip lunch.
No, dude. They literally were like, how do we drum up business? Let's create a fake survey.
Yeah, they're like, here, everybody reply to this and say you skip lunch. You know what they should have done instead? Sounds like they should have shipped everybody a pre-made lunch with stamps.com because that would have been a lot better because time is money. And when you're running a small business or a big business, every second counts. And as you can see, you can't afford to waste a single moment or complicate things with an idea that doesn't simplify your process like stamps.com. So why are you still taking time out of your day to go to the post office when you could be using stamps.com instead? Ever think about that?
I don't know.
you should. Stamps.com makes mailing and shipping quick, easy, and cost-effective. Stamps.com saves you time, money, and stress. For more than 20 years, Stamps.com has been indispensable for over 1 million businesses. Stamps.com gives you access to all the post office and the UPS shipping services you need right from your computer. Literally pack, print, and ship from your desk, and get discounts you can't find anywhere else, like up to 30% off USPS rates and 86% off UPS. Whoa. Streamline your shipping process with Stamps.com. Easy to use software, plus Stamps.com seamlessly works with Shopify, Amazon, Etsy, eBay, and more. Stop wasting time and start saving money when you use Stamps.com to mail and ship. Sign up with promo code HARDFACTOR for a special offer that includes a 4-week trial plus free postage and a digital scale. No long-term commitments or contracts. Just go to Stamps.com, click the microphone at the top of the page, and enter code HARDFACTOR. All one word. And gentlemen, pack your bags, because
it's time for the TikTok International Moment.
It's a North American TikTok International Moment today, since it is Florida Man Friday. But first, to the Pacific Northwest, to British Columbia, Canada, where a heroic Canadian woman saved her Sebastopol goose from a vicious bald eagle attack on Wednesday. Let's watch the tape together, guys.
Yeah.
Okay, the goose. There's the eagle.
Oh, whoa.
Came in, grabbed the goose. It's dragging it to the,
shit.
to
Big
the
dog's
driveway.
gotta eat.
Here she goes.
You topless?
Yeah, she's topless.
She is West. She's topless. She chased it off. You guys want to replay?
So
Yeah.
that's
Yeah, sure.
that's a ring cam. This is on. This was put on TikTok. Okay, yeah.
This is off her TikTok channel. Well, this is off the goose's TikTok channel.
Oh, this
So the
goose
eagle comes
had
in.
a bad
Goose is by the
time.
door.
Oh.
Eagle's trying to drag it out. She runs out topless with the baby.
Oh, run inside,
Breastfeeding.
goose.
See, that's a
Chased.
Canadian bald eagle, which is like they look the same, but they're not the same as
Oh,
ours.
it's the same majestic bird, but with an accent. Yes.
Just like looser morals.
Yeah. She posted that to Frankie the Goose. Well, sorry, Frankie the Goose posted that to TikTok with the caption, quote, "We have lost 3 chickens in the last week from what I was told was eagles, which I believed hawks were preying on them. But watch, Frankie, our female goose, get taken. Mama Bear was mid breastfeeding, protecting her sweet Frankie, officially living at a zoo. Eagle emoji, hashtag nature, hashtag goose,
What a
hashtag
chaotic
eagle,
scene.
hashtag eagle
Frankie the
attack.
goose posted on
Many more
TikTok
hashtags.
with the caption, "I almost died."
Yeah, watch me almost die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah,
Well,
it's
they got like a
amazing.
smorgasbord out there. They got gooses and chickens just running around. Of course, the eagles are going to come.
It's a good point, Wes, and it was amazing. Frankie wasn't shaken up too much to make that post on TikTok. But the mama bear of 3 humans and 1 goose named Frankie turns out to be 31-year-old mom influencer Kate Oakley. There she is.
Okay,
fellas.
because she looked like an old lady.
Thank you,
from
Pat.
the ring
I
cam.
thought so too. I
No,
thought
she didn't.
was like,
I didn't. No,
oh wow,
no.
I was like,
so,
whose
too.
grandma
that's
is
31-year-old Kate
breastfeeding
Oakley.
this baby?
That's Kate Oakley.
Mm-hmm. That's Kate CAIT Kate Oakley. She gave an interview to the local Canadian news and posted it to Frankie the Goose's channel later on. Here's that.
Is she topless again?
Frankie has been ready for her close-up for years.
Originally, when we got her, we thought she was a male, so her name was Frank Sinatra.
And like her namesake, she does it her way, and she's not afraid of the mic.
Oh, hey! Right here, yeah.
Kate was less prepared for her 15 minutes of fame.
I'd like to clarify, I was in boxers and not tighty whities.
Got it.
Okay? I have better taste than that.
Come on.
This now viral moment transcends style. Bird experts agree.
I always thought it was incredible.
Monday, Frankie the Goose was patrolling the property. Kate was inside doing what moms do.
Well, it's 6:30 p.m., so I was getting changed and feeding Willow for bedtime.
Come on, her name's Willow.
Then chaos erupted. An eagle swoops in and snatches Frankie by the neck, dragging her up the driveway. That's when we witness the masterclass in motherly multitasking. It's impressive. Nearly naked,
Thank you. Oh.
Kate charges the apex predator while breastfeeding. yelling a stern message.
Drop it. Let go. Give me my goose back.
This eagle got an eyeful.
She's
Baby
holding the
was
goose in her
latched
lap.
on for the ride, and the goose nearly got cooked. Cat's
goose
husband
running
Mike
back's
was
the
home and
favorite part.
thought everything was normal until
Once I heard Kate screaming.
out here, eagles are everywhere.
They're usually more scavengers. So, I mean, when there isn't as much food in the environment, they will go after different sorts of prey.
You see them in the backyard. We've got some trees back there, so they sit and they eat their fish there.
But they've got a taste for poultry, and the
What a
world is
meal a giant
devouring
goose
the
would
clip. 1 million views on TikTok and millions more to come. Frankie made out without a scratch. As for the decision to post the clip of a majestic mom in full flight,
The goose running back is the best.
Isn't that funny?
Give me my goose back.
He's got his wings out, just
Yeah.
running through his life.
What's up there, bro?
Did you see that shit?
Yeah, Frankie the Goose is actually a
Where
pretty
were
good
you?
follow.
Where were you?
Hey, she's entertaining, Frankie the Goose. Obviously, it's also been huge for Kate's mom influencer brand on Instagram, but it's really Frankie, as you guys pointed out, who's seen the biggest bump. It's actually 7.7 million views and counting on TikTok. Update from that news story. Frankie is also completely unscathed from the eagle attack. Not a scratch on her.
Physically.
Yeah, mentally, maybe a few scars. And Kate's probably very wealthy husband has even installed nets in the trees above the house to prevent any future eagle attacks.
Oh, this poor guy is he's having to do whatever it takes.
Yeah.
Honey, get out there.
I want nets everywhere.
Do it for Frankie.
Cameras and nets.
Spanox fans.
This poor bastard's spending a fortune.
Yeah.
He's got to hear her talk.
Protect this fucking goose.
Yeah, he's in trouble. Canadian stories are just like their people. Always a delight. Now, let's hop on the jet to another delightful location in a very, very different way. Florida, since it is Florida Man Friday. All right, but on our way there, we're flying over the USA now. Oh, what's that? Orcas have been spotted in the wild near Boston, Cape Cod. Rare sighting.
Hey there, orca there.
There's literally a freaking killer whale beside the boat. And we're feeding him.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, don't do that.
Look at that. Yeah,
I
no,
don't
I
see
mean,
this every day.
It's fucking retarded.
Yeah,
You know?
it is.
you don't see that every day, and you can tell the guys they respect majesty when they see it. These,
I'm wicked scared.
These Cape Cod fishermen. But yes, that's a rare sighting. Thanks to Zach Philbrook and all the other whale watchers out there keeping us updated on what's going on. Dutch Hammer had sent in something about weaponized dolphins.
Badass.
Yeah, they love the orcas. Everybody loves orcas.
Everyone loves orcas.
I'm going to follow Jerry Lehman, this guy, big time. Follow him right now.
This is at boston.com, but yeah, it's from Jerry Lehman. Boston.com's TikTok, though.
I'm going to have to follow him, I'm going to have to, subscribe to his physical newsletter.
Got some new subscribers.
that orca setting changed his life.
Yeah, but I mean, it would be incredible.
He's like, I used to be so racist.
Yeah.
Until I saw that orca.
I swear, one day it changed my life.
See one in the wild that close?
He's a good guy now.
Yeah, he's a good guy now.
I totally get it now.
He believes in everything now.
I'm gonna pay my child support.
I was down on my luck and I saw an orca.
Speaking of people changing their mind, changing their lives, their attitudes, Elon Musk is getting super political in America. He announced that he's voting all Republican for the first time this year. And for some reason, he said it on an interview, then he had to post it on Twitter. Then he had to post like several clarifications to the point where like Tesla is removed from the S&P 500.
What is he doing?
Retaliation for that and the Twitter takeover attempt.
He's the guy I would hope would come with the rhetoric that we all should be coming with, which is no party, man. No party. Don't.
Yeah, I don't mind him saying the Democratic Party is being jerks, but like announcing allegiance to a party is kind of whack.
He's powerful enough to where he needs to say.
Yeah, because he was a Democrat for his whole life until now. Speaking of the Democrats, President Biden time has paused the Disinformation Board, aka the Ministry of Truth, after just 3 weeks, or 1 Jankowicz. That's the new measurement for 3 weeks. And Hard Factor is smashing election picks at predictit.org/promo/hard factor 40 to get your first 40 matched. Ride with us this midterm season. And speaking of politics, we've landed, and it's more politics, but it's Florida style this time. Pinellas County, Florida, guy. That's over there near Tampa. I think Treasure Island is in Pinellas County.
That's
It's
St.
a
Pete.
fantastic
Yeah,
place.
St. Pete. Yeah. Shout out Tampa. Shout out St. Pete. Yeah.
All right. And that's where a couple of Florida men were just trying to participate in the American political process this week or recently. But that's when it all went wrong for these fellas. First up is Jacob Philbeck. Here he is. He's 29 of Palm Harbor. And he was arrested on May 8th for calling 911 multiple times to say, quote, El Chapo needed to be freed from prison, and President Biden needed to be placed into prison.
A little swap.
Let me blow your mind real quick. Hey, let me. And they asked
I know
him,
you got tunnels out there.
Let me lay this one on you. They asked him to stop calling to discuss it, but he wouldn't. Jacob refused, and he called at least 3 times in an hour to discuss that one point, mind-blowing point.
Did you do it yet?
911 operators. Yeah.
Oh, man. When did this happen, Will?
Better check
May 8th.
Oh, man.
It happened as soon as he finished his 12th beer.
Tell me someone got the records. 911 calls are public. Did someone get the records?
The best I could do was this police report. So the officers went to his house, since he wouldn't stop calling about it, to check on him. And Jacob simply told the officers El Chapo needed to be freed and President Biden needed to be placed in prison. And so
didn't you hear what I said on the phone?
Yeah, he told him the exact same thing.
Story
when
ain't
they arrived
changing.
at the house.
Yeah.
What are you doing here? It's kind of an emergency. Hence, I called
You wanna hear it?
911.
You want to hear it face to face? I'll tell it to you.
There it is. What you gonna do about it? He was booked on a very light charge of calling with a non-threatening thing to the emergency line. It's like just a few $100s, but he was booked into jail. Apparently, alcohol was heavily involved, so they probably just took him to the drunk tank to just sleep it off. And then he got a little fine. Next up, Alexander Leszczynski. This guy, Alexander Leszczynski, 22 of North Reddington Beach, also Pinellas County, Florida. He's a fraudster, a money launderer, and he likes to use charities and vacant properties as takeover targets and shell operations. That's his thing. That's his version of fraud. And after the launch of a recent investigation, the government seized $337,000 from one of Alexander's accounts. And when they did that, the U.S. attorney said this is what Alexander did in response. Quote, when he discovered that the money had been frozen, he attempted to have it released by producing a fabricated pardon purportedly signed by former President Donald Trump. So an ex-president, he tried to provide proof that an ex-president had pardoned him for his current crime during Joe Biden's tenure. Obviously, Alexander is now and still in jail.
Well, what'd you say his last name was? Dumdumski? He's Polish.
Unicorn loving motherfucker.
Dipshitsky.
Yeah, should have thought it out, Ski.
Like a seriously well-timed dipshit. Not much hurts worse than dipshit.
Yeah.
If you hit him right with dipshit.
True words have never been spoken, Pat. And that's the TikTok International moment.
Love it. All right, guys, before we get to this week's voicemails and reviews, let's talk about bird dogs. We love them. I don't know, anyone wearing bird dogs right now?
Yes.
Yeah, I thought so, because they've completely changed the game. Yep, Mark's got his bird dogs on. Proof right there. Absolutely. Their shorts, pants, and joggers are made from the finest high-quality material and come with built-in liners that cradle your stovepipe for all-day comfort. Or if you want the pants without liners, you can order them that way. That's the way I prefer them. But, you know, any way you like. Who the fuck likes being uncomfortable? The answer is nobody. It's time to
They're both
upgrade
great. Pants with the liner, now that'll make you feel dangerous. Just putting that out there.
Those are fun to wear around the house, you know what I mean?
Yeah, they are.
And if you wear them out, also make those are fun to wear out too. I mean, it's just you're gonna have a whole new edge.
It's like it's like you're a toad and you're like just expecting them to drop them. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Only you know.
And you look at it and you say, oh, you thought there was one. Oh, no, we're there.
No, we're good.
We've arrived.
Yeah.
Maybe
Oh,
take 'em out to the
surprise.
strip club. Yeah.
Right? Yeah, exactly. So, if you want to,
Drop 'em.
If you want to drop them and you want to feel that excitement, go to birddogs.com, enter promo code HARDNEWS, and they're switching it up. They're no longer giving away the tumbler, but they will throw in a dad hat when you order. So you might make sure you put in the code HARDNEWS. It's birddogs.com, promo code HARDNEWS. Boom, free Bird Dogs dad hat. A pair of Bird Dogs. Do not take these things off.
What does that hat mean? Just like kind of hat you're wearing now?
I think it's a hat. It's a hat with a logo on it.
Yeah, it's like a trendy cut. It's a nice cut of a hat.
Yeah,
very nice hat.
Very nice.
Perfect shade on your
Free
forehead
hat.
for summertime too.
Perfect.
Nice.
Absolutely. Okay. Let's get to voicemails and reviews. First up, actually, you know what? No, we're gonna address a few things first. So we had a person. I'm not gonna put it up there. Matt, he wants to know if we're gonna watch 2000 Mules because he wants to know what we think about it. It's the new movie about the ballot box stuffing in I think Pennsylvania.
Okay.
That what's his name? What's that? Jack Walsh put out. Jake Walsh something.
Okay.
2000 Mules. It's a documentary.
Okay.
It's a documentary that he thinks that he says proves
Dinesh D'Souza.
Yeah. That there was ballot box stuffing in the election, and it's a big conspiracy. So
interesting.
he
I
wants us
doubt
to
it
watch
proves it, but
right. Well, they got hidden cameras of people stuffing the ballot boxes. All this kind of stuff has come out. I watched the trailer. Very intriguing. 2000.
Yeah,
Mules, so.
I mean, mail-in voting was bullshit. I think that I think mail-in voting in the past has benefited both parties, but the way it went down in 2020 was obviously upsetting to everybody. Regardless, the election's long over gone, and whatever's happened since it's happened. But it was annoying not knowing the results for a fucking week.
The election,
and all that shit. So
the election wasn't stolen, in my opinion. But why can't we have a better voting system in 2022, 2024, 2028?
Use blockchain.
Why is it so hard with technology the way it is to just get it done? You know?
I'm gonna ask Matt. Check out Salem Media Group, the company that produced and distributed that documentary. Take a look at them. See if you think they might have an angle.
Right.
I mean, if it was proven, I think that there would be more than just one documentary.
Right.
Also, something upsetting. Well, not that wasn't upsetting. We're just discussing it. This is just something that upset me personally. Weed grows in Brooklyn. He tagged me in this post here. Shower
awesome
thoughts. If you're one of those public speakers that says "Good morning," oh come on, we can do better than that. Good morning, and you scream it. I automatically do not like you from that moment on. And it was just pretty upsetting as a guy who screams "Good morning" for a living.
You need not apply to that tweet, bro.
I don't know.
Why don't we send them a good morning to Shower Thoughts and tell them to shove it up their ass?
It's true. I should have replied with one. But,
you just be thanking your fucking lucky stars that Will's not a middle school teacher. Okay, his energy is way better spent here, and that's
what I'm saying.
That's where that happens. It's middle school.
I think
teacher
when you yell
bullshit.
"Good morning" for a living, you fall into that category, and I took personal offense to it. So
you do it different, Will. Don't take that bullshit. It's your birthday.
Okay.
Yeah, don't take that.
I think
moving on, guys. One more gripe that we had. I'm not gonna put this person on too much blast because they started out by saying they're a fan of the show, but Abigail had a problem and she wanted to let us know. She says, "Hello, my fiance and I listen to your podcast daily and we love it. We both have degrees in animal behavior and I'm concerned about your promoting of the animals in the circus that you talked about on today's episode. Circuses promote and fuel animal abuse. There are numerous studies that show the negativity and cruel mental health practices that training tricks causes on exotic animals. Something to note, you cannot train a wild or exotic animal without lots of physical, mental, and emotional abuse. This is fact. Training any type of exotic animal is unethical and just wrong. It also shouldn't matter to you if it's, quote, easy to travel with animals. All humans have a responsibility to protect animals in their natural ecosystems. They are not here for human entertainment. They are here to live in their natural ecosystems for the animals. Please be careful of what you promote as you reach a large audience. And it sounded as if you were
SeaWorld.
promoting it.
It was all a joke, lady.
Yeah, I mean, obviously we're joking, but if they are going to have a circus, it should have animals. If they are going to have zoos, they should have animals. If they are going to do SeaWorld, it should have animals. I mean, if you want to get rid of all of them, that's fine too, I guess. But you can't have a circus with just people. And Abigail better get her ass with her husband to the circus now with no animals. Put her money where her mouth is.
Thank you for taking care of animals, though, Abigail. We all love animals, and yes, the circus is fucked up. But
I have 5 cats.
Wes's voicemail was hilarious.
Yeah, but you gotta get in on the joke a little bit more.
Yeah,
I mean, animal abuse is not good.
No, it's fucked up. Obviously, every animal in the circus, their life sucks, and they're not getting hand jobs like we implied.
We have like a combined 20 animals on the show.
Yeah, a lot of animals.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
but we feel you. Thank you for listening.
Also,
thank you for listening.
They need to get back to us on whether or not there's going to be more freaks on electric vehicles, because I feel like that could replace the animals.
I was confused what you meant yesterday. Were you saying that it sucks if it's going electric because gas power?
No. I like it because you could probably afford way more of these things. Imagine
efficiencies.
Imagine like 7 people with hunchbacks all inside of an iron dome on 60-mile-an-hour e-scooters.
Doing synchronized stuff?
Synchronized.
Well, make it more like
over one another. Yeah.
Make it a little Mad Maxy if you're going to get rid of the the animals. Like freak it up, like Will's saying. Like
put some fire in there.
I want to see someone like eat something they're not supposed to, like metal or something like that.
Yeah, like
metal eater.
the guys who like lift big weights with their nut sacks and stuff like that. Like
yes, like lifting shit with their dong.
Or what about like an odd couple that signed a weird contract where one is a slave and one is a master for 5 years, then they switch.
You get to watch it.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like their weird dynamic of a relationship.
Each other on
watch
stage.
Their first night switching. I don't know what I'm supposed to do.
Shut up. You signed the contract.
There was a lot of good ideas there to keep it fresh.
It's my turn.
Yeah.
Fine.
Guys, we got to go. We got a ton to go over, so I'm going to keep going here. 1 5-star review from Dan Fitz. He says, did any of your grandparents ever have plastic on the furniture? Oh, this is a joke. Yeah. Did any of your grandparents ever have plastic on the furniture?
No.
One. Yeah. Wes, why?
Then drop to those that said yes. It's because your grandma was a squirter. Sorry, I didn't even read it.
Nailed me.
I got him.
Think about that on your birthday.
Ooh, grandma's a squirter. That is harsh.
I think it was at my. I think the only place I ever saw it actually was at my single
squirt?
at the time, great uncle's house. So I think he may have been laying it down. He needed, because he didn't have a lady in the apartment.
Your great uncle, nicknamed Toad.
Yeah, he didn't have a particular lady. He just had a special skill.
Toad Smith.
His name was Ben. He was the looker for his age, though. Yeah.
Okay, guys, tons of people called. This was an amazing week of voicemails, so it was very hard to narrow it down. But we got, like 12, 13 voicemails. Just going to go over a few that didn't make the top 5. Gavin wants to know what's up with Pat the Pool Boy website. I had no idea that Pat actually did this, but it's legit.
You didn't?
No.
Pat, Wes, it's been up forever.
Yeah, well, I didn't. I just looked at it for the first time. I thought it was just a joke. And apparently it's very well done.
Yeah. No,
it's better than our website.
Deal. Yeah, it's better than our website.
I did both.
Yeah. It's got
on par.
I was high when I did Pat the Pool Boy. Maybe I should get high and redo it.
Hey, speaking of the website, shout out Jared. Our boy, he helped us refresh our shit. So
yeah, we got Cloudflare now, man.
Nice. Yeah, what's up?
Bring the traffic.
Pat, do you actually clean pools? Is what Gavin really wanted to know.
Yeah, man, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, why would the site exist?
He wants to know why he can't submit a request. That's what he wanted to know.
Oh, is the request? Well, that's probably because we've had so many requests.
You're full.
I'll get those.
The inbox is totally full.
He's like GrubHub over here from New York.
Yeah. Colin from California, he left 2 voicemails. First, he wants to know if any of us have a favorite candidate in California. His choice is Michael Schellenberger for governor.
I'm with Colin.
Which is this guy. Yeah.
I'm with Colin. Here I put up. Here's another thing. Elon Musk's thing. So he continued on his weird political rant. He goes, a party more moderate on all issues than Reps or Dems would be ideal, and then went on to say why it won't happen, blah, blah, blah. But then Schellenberger replied, amen, this is why you should vote for me over Newsom. And he is a former Democrat, and he's not a Republican. I don't think he's just like an independent, but he's a good candidate.
Yeah. Okay. Well, there you go, Colin. Tony from PA wants to know for windows up or windows down people in the car when it gets hot out. Also, shout out Corey and Father Brian. He missed them last week when he was hammered and left the voicemail. So windows up or windows down, AC versus windows down when it's hot out. What do you guys?
Always AC unless I'm at the beach. Like it's 1,000 degrees in Austin. It's windows up as high as they can go.
Yeah, if tolerable, windows down, preferable. But
I think that like in some areas, it's like in Texas, it's too hot to bring them down ever. You have to keep them up the whole time. But in some areas, you can. This is what you can do. You can crack the window to give yourself some breathing room right when you get in the car.
Right.
But then you have to full crank the AC and immediately roll the window up as soon as it gets cold.
That's right. Well, in tolerable places, the first like 5 minutes is you can do windows down, and then you transition to windows up. But in Texas, it's just windows up.
The whole deep south, it's really not doable.
I do windows full down, AC full blast. That's my
whoa.
Doesn't even make any sense.
Double whammy.
Yeah, do it both. So
you're shooting the AC out to the outside.
No, it lightly. You get the air, that windows down effect, but it's not as hot because you still got some AC coming right at you.
What are you trying to cool the whole neighborhood?
I don't care.
It's the dad thing. Shut the door.
I like it. Plus some just jamming cigs. Well,
that's the real reason, Wes, is because you're smoking cigs.
Yeah. VT Danny boy.
Ashtray.
VT Danny Dan boy called in, and he was asking why we think firefighters are more loved than police. He assumed it was because firefighters have too much to do while they're fighting fires, and you can't jerk off in a house while it's on fire.
Pretty good
can't.
joke.
And he also said some very disparaging thing about police officers, who we generally love on this show.
Well, they all get laid. Danny Dan, to burst your bubble, they all get laid a lot by people in the community. Yeah.
It's because cops hand out tickets and enforce laws. That's why they're not as loved.
Because the movie Backdraft,
badge
1993.
bunnies, holster
But they
sniffers.
still get. Yeah, they still get it in, unfortunately, for Danny. So that's going to upset him to hear that.
Yeah.
Check out Inside a Cop's Mind by the Dutch Hammer. Amazon.
Very good. Very good read.
Yes.
Bart called in to let us know he had a baby on 420. So congratulations to that.
The welder?
I believe
that's
so.
awesome.
Mark?
That's an awesome kid right there.
Yeah.
He's got a little welding helmet for him. He can make phone calls from.
But more importantly,
it's a gas mask you can smoke out of too. It's like a dual purpose.
More importantly, he called and wanted to let us know. We were talking about the Taco Bell, and I was talking about the Mexi Melt, and he said I actually listened to this a couple days ago. He said that you can still get the Mexi Melt at Taco Bell. All you got to do is ask. And let me tell you, I rolled up to Taco Bell and I said, "Hey, can I get a Mexi Melt?" And the woman said, "Here's what I can do for you. I can do a cheesy roll up and put pico and beef in it." So this is what a cheesy roll up looks like. Which Mexi Melt is all it is cheese, pico, and beef. That's all Mexi Melt was. So what she did is she made a cheesy roll up with pico and beef for me. It was almost as good as a Mexi Melt. Still not quite the same because it was a little rolled up and stuff. But you can, if you're missing the Mexi Melt, ask for it. They will make it for you.
And Mexican pizza is back, right? It's now back.
Yeah, Mexican pizza. He wants to know what your all's favorite one item at Taco Bell. If you could have one item at Taco Bell, what do you go with?
Chalupa beef baja.
Cheesy gordita crunch, bro. Get out of here.
Yeah, I think I'm with Pat on that one. And then also, I don't know, I would just go with Baja Blast, technically. If you could have one item.
You got to keep
Baja Blast.
Consistency. Makes sense.
Baja
I think I'm going Nachos Belgrande, I think.
You know what no one's saying? Cinnamon curls.
Cinnamon twists, those are great.
No, it's nobody's favorites.
They weren't great,
right
Wes.
dessert,
Cinnamon twists were great. Yeah, they were.
They existed. They weren't great.
I would prefer a real hot churro. That would be nice.
Oh yeah, hot churro would be fantastic. Like they have at Costco or something. Okay. Also, I couldn't quite hear it because the connection was shit. But I think someone from Chicago called and said they called asking about job advice. They ended up taking the new job. They love it. He's happy as a clam.
Yes.
Yeah. He's an Arsenal fan. But he wanted to wish Leeds good luck. So
nice. What a gem.
Yeah, so congratulations. Someone from Chicago. His connection was shit, so I apologize.
Was he the guy who was the accountant that was switching?
Yes, he was the accountant. Yes,
the
accountant.
Nice. Well,
yes, absolutely.
Good for you, man. Nice.
Yeah. He's like taking like a 4-week European vacation right now. He's loving life.
Oh hell yeah, man.
Yeah. A GM of ice cream shop called. He did some math for us, and based on how many shakes you get out of a bag and how many ounces the average person pees, he came to the conclusion that 30 shakes with about half an ounce of piss per shake is what you would get out of a bag. So each shake would have had
Did you guys see the picture of the guy who it was?
Yeah. Yeah, it was not the guy that I thought it was.
It's like an Antifa guy. Oh, you keep going. I'll bring up his picture. I'll bring it up.
You're
So
saying
you guys can see
the
it.
29-year-old doesn't have jet gray hair?
No, he didn't. No.
Oh no! This guy's hilarious. He's got like a Post Malone like braided haircut. It's bring it.
Wes, you owe that other guy an apology. You made him the face of piss.
Listen. I prefaced it with I don't know if this is the guy, but if it is, it's hilarious. I was in jail for something.
Wes, you wanted to put him on a T-shirt.
We had an internal meeting about it afterwards.
Should we put this guy in a T-shirt?
It was the first time anyone that works for us ever made a suggestion about legal.
How could he be 29?
Listen, I prefaced it. Also,
here
Dallas
he is.
Dave
Here he is. This is the real guy.
My God.
The real.
That's
way more disgusting.
That's way more disgusting.
Yeah, absolutely.
I would rather drink the other guy's pee than his.
Oh yeah, that's some dirty pee.
Yeah, that's disgusting. Dallas Dave called in again. Leeds must win.
They have to. We're gonna get relegated. Yeah.
I kind of want to go down a league.
I don't. I'll be honest with you. I'm going. I mean, I'll still pull for Leeds.
Yeah,
but I'm not
gonna get a new.
like
I'm gonna get a new team if Leeds goes down.
Yeah, like I'm just gonna be full time Inter Milan. I'm gonna have to like get the Italy soccer package and just not watch EPL anymore.
Turncoats.
I'm not gonna pick another EPL team after we've gone with Leeds, but maybe La Liga. I don't know.
After we rode Leeds all the way down.
Yeah.
No, I'm not gonna pick. I'm not gonna shit where I eat. I'm not gonna pick another EPL team, but I'm venturing outside the EPL if Leeds gets relegated. I'm not watching any EPL.
There you go. Yeah, exactly. I just can't. I'm not going to be watching the League One in England.
We gotta win.
Yeah.
He also wanted to pass along a tidbit. When he was in the military, he learned the language Urdu, and he wanted to let me know that the word chutia means bastard. So if you want to call that chutia doctor, something like that. And then he Urdu. Which he learned. It's basically Hindi, but in Pakistan, I believe.
Okay.
And he wanted to ask if we could learn any language, which would we learn?
Oh, this is easy. Spanish and Mandarin, because it's besides English by far the top two.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say Spanish, and I don't know why I haven't.
You guys are going from a practicality perspective, like you're like a middle school language arts counselor.
Literally, most bang for your buck, Spanish and Mandarin.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Boom, that's it. It's a no-brainer. Honestly, it's like not even. I speak French fluently. It's pointless. What's the point? I'd rather know Spanish so much more, or because it's also a romance language.
Yeah, but you kind of do. You can understand Spanish if you know French.
A little bit better, but it's still. I'm not fluent in it. It would be better to be fluent in Spanish.
Right.
Yeah. And at the immersion school my son was in, it was Spanish, and then you learn Mandarin. Those were the two main.
Very
languages.
smart.
Yeah, I would probably go Mandarin or Japanese myself. Okay, let's get on to the top 5. And this top 5 is incredible, I must say. And there's a theme.
I'm thinking. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry, Pat.
I'll have the answer. I'm thinking.
Okay.
I'm excited to get to this top 5. There's a theme here, and I want you guys to pay close attention. It's going to be pretty obvious. Don't know if the first one follows a theme, but the rest of them do. Here we go with
Whales
number
or
5.
Big naturals.
Number 5 is Greg Riley.
Hey boys, it's Greg Riley. And I got to tell you, I'm a little worried after listening to that story about the parents who were suing their kid for not giving them grandchildren. Really hoping this doesn't set a precedent that makes its way over to the States.
Yeah.
My parents have 4 kids, and they're not getting any grandchildren. And it's gotten to the point where my mom has asked us what she did wrong in raising us. So definitely don't have the money to be able to pay for any sort of lawsuit if that were to make its way over here. My question for you guys is, what's the biggest time that you may have disappointed your parents? All right, thank you so much, and have a great fucking day and a great fucking weekend.
Okay.
For Greg, your parents are going to sue you guys. The Rileys are going to be the first 4 Americans sued over this.
I didn't think it was going to happen in America, but it sounds like the Rileys.
Yeah.
What did I do wrong raising you? She's ready for this lawsuit.
Yeah, get ready for it. She's watching the case closely, bro.
Yeah.
She's just at home alone, reliving the mistakes she made as a parent.
But yeah, what any disappointments?
How much time do we have? We have to.
We're all obviously disappointed our parents a lot.
Look at us. What are you kidding me?
I would say, Mark. Okay, I had to go with this earlier because Mark brought it up on a previous podcast. One time I was in high school, and my dad he offered me like cash prizes to not party, basically. Because like he kind of knew I was getting into partying, but
it's north of 20 grand.
Yeah, if I held out for like 2 or 3
not
weeks.
long enough.
A year before you started smoking weed.
For the son of the face of a Right Choices for Youth program.
You were smoking weed by the end of freshman year.
Well, I mean, he was trying to. Oh, I don't even know. No, this was way after I'd started doing all that.
You had to redo it. Okay, so you had to re-virgin.
It was like after all that. So I tried to stay like clean for like maybe a month or so.
Couple months, yeah.
And then it was like, and then there was like a great party. I think I went to like a couple parties sober, and then there was like a great party. I couldn't turn it down and got hammered, smoking weed, whatever, and then it was off from there. And I think
those parties were priceless. They're worth way more than 20 grand.
Exactly. They were so priceless. My dad didn't even need to ask me if I had broken the deal. He just knew I broke, because he saw cig butts and pee stains all over the place, and he knew.
But your dad was like in rooms of people giving speeches to children about what decisions not to make, and then looking in the corner and seeing, teens looking in the corner and seeing his shithead's drunk son and being like, "Oh, bye."
I didn't go to the events at that time. I used to go to the events with him when I was younger, obviously, when he was doing that. But I definitely did not go to the events once I started partying in his face. That was
out
not
of respect.
That was not. Well, no, I mean, I wasn't gonna do that. That would be extremely hypocritical, Pat.
Oh yeah, I know. I'm kidding. Your dad called it like he saw it, when I was too hungover to not throw up in the public bathroom.
Oh yeah, I mean, he knew you were hungover.
Some people know how to party and some people don't. That's what he said while you were in class. Ralphing. Yeah.
But he reused it a lot though too.
I let him down.
My parents caught me smoking when I was a teenager. That was bad. I had to start doing my own laundry. I blew a partial financial scholarship in college because I couldn't keep a 3.0. They didn't like that. I don't know. I mean, the list goes on and on.
There was a time you got that inheritance and just quit your job.
Yeah. Well, from my grandfather. I mean, come on. Look at me.
Yeah.
I think you turned out pretty good.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, we've disappointed our parents a few times.
Yeah, a lot.
Thanks.
You guys got some.
Man, the worst thing my dad ever did to me was put me in a position where I really couldn't disappoint him. But when I got arrested when I was 12 years old, that was by far the fucking worst. That was the worst.
Well, you set the anchor then, so
yeah, you went hard early,
pretty hard.
Yep,
stealing credit cards at 12.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wes, did you want to skate? You wanted to skirt this one?
Yeah, I mean, it's not rehab. I'll tell you that.
Was it making him go on a reality?
Right.
TV
That was
show
probably a
and cry
proud
with you?
moment, right?
No. It was when my grandfather died. I was in Kentucky, University of Kentucky, and I went out the night before. I was supposed to fly back for his funeral, and I got hammered, and I missed the flight home. Yeah.
Oh no! Yeah.
And I had to come at a later flight, and I showed up in the middle of the wake.
That's really bad. That's a bad one.
That was a bad one. That was a very bad one. Okay. Let's move on to some more fun stuff.
Well, Greg, don't worry, guys. At least we're not going to get sued for not having kids.
Yeah.
Good luck with that, poor Greg.
Oh man,
gave him a grandkid. There we go. We're even now, even Steven. Okay, here we go. Let's go back to the voicemails. Amish Brock.
Back again with your Amish fact of the week. Now, this week we are talking about how it's pretty much impossible to identify an Amish family just by their last name because they're pretty much all named Stoltzfus, Lapp, Fisher, you name it. There's 5 last names that they pick from. So what they do is they have family quilt patterns that they will hang outside their houses. Most of the time you'll see them either on their barns or their houses, but it's these cross-stitch patterns that identify the family, almost like a family crest. Now, they don't only have these hanging outside their house, they also have physical quilts of these patterns. Now, they will use leftover clothing that they no longer wear or most likely soiled, which I'm guessing every time the baby shits the bed, they're like, fuck it, throw that shit on the new quilt. So that's great. So never buy those Amish quilts. Even though I did see one sold, I think it was in the 1960s for over $250,000. Fucking crazy. Well, have a great fucking week, boys, and I'll talk to you next week. And I bought some more trees.
Nice. Amish Brock.
Yeah.
That was his most hateful yet.
He really hates the Amish. I got somebody, he hates the Amish so much that he's getting some backlash in terms of somebody submitted to me a video this week and they said, check this out. Look at the Amish. It was them framing and finishing an entire barn in a day. This like group of Amish, because they all can like use hammers or whatever. Or, I don't know.
They do it with like pegs and shit and like fucking, hand tools.
Well, they do it as like a huge group of 60 people or something building this barn. It's incredible. They can do it in a day, but so that was impressive. Maybe they should get into the framing business, but Amish Brock carries a big gripe against those people.
He certainly does. Looks like we lost Mark. Maybe we'll get him back. Maybe we won't. Okay, let's move on. Here we go.
The boner and bomber. Everybody hates my facts, so this week I'm going to call in with a question on a bit of a lighter note. You guys have kind of touched on it a little bit, but which occupation do you think takes the largest shits? I'm going to go ahead and give you my top 3, along with location as well, just to add a little bit of zest into the conversation.
Yeah.
First off, I've got a Memphis, Tennessee bus driver. Thinking, a lot of barbecue joints around the city. They're going to be taking their breaks, eating that, and then they can't take another break until route's done. So when they get home, that porcelain probably breaks. Next would be a Philadelphia firefighter. I'm thinking those guys are just sitting around the firehouse all day, scoffing down Philly cheesesteaks, drinking whatever they drink out in Philadelphia, probably just dirty water, dead guy water.
Yinglings.
It goes right through you. Mm-hmm. And then my third is going to be a plumber anywhere in the state of Michigan. I don't know why, but something about Michigan just screams large shits to me. Let me know what you guys think. Have a great fucking day.
Yeah.
My internet kicked out. Can you sum that one up for me?
It's pretty simple. Which occupation takes the biggest shits?
And location too.
Yeah.
As a bonus. Yeah. Well, I liked all of James's picks. Who wants to go first? I think there's some contenders here.
Who knows?
You guys got a pick?
Who knows the most about shitting?
Oh man.
And we're all experts.
Plumbers.
Yeah.
Plumbers. I'd say a plumber take. We did a sketch about that. I'd say plumbers take the biggest shit, and I would say somewhere cold.
They know not to clog it though. So they probably
that's probably why they became plumbers. Will that's probably why, because
their
it's
shits
embarrassing.
are so big they have to figure out how to not.
That's a
clog
family trade for sure.
Yeah,
Plumbing.
absolutely. Son, there's gonna come a time when you're clogging 98% of the toilets you're sitting in, and it's gonna get embarrassing.
I think
teach you some things.
Nurses, because they are really busy, and so when they do get a chance to eat, they eat a ton, and when that meal comes through, it is enormous. Yeah, nurses.
That's a great point about the timing, and that's why I'm going with cops though, because I know for a fact cops eat huge portions.
Right.
And so. And what I would say is this: I liked how James was using northern places because of the cheese, because it would stop up the shits more, make them a little bit more solid. But what he wasn't thinking about was also fiber. So you got to go with like a cop in like New Mexico or something, like somebody who eats a ton of burritos that have a lot of cheese, a lot of beans. And he's just this guy's eating 3 burritos a day. This cop,
a Mexican cop, would take some
huge
shits
for sure.
Senor Grandes. I have a cheat. What about professional eaters? That's a profession.
Yeah, I was gonna say sumo wrestlers, but I figured it was kind of a cheat. Yeah,
you guys are missing the biggest one. It's right under your noses. We had 2 of them on. We were talking about 2 of them on the show today. Coaches shit the biggest. There's no doubt about it.
Coaches.
And then they make their players come in and look at it.
Absolutely, coaches
Check
shit the
this
biggest,
out.
bro.
Check this out.
Not all coaches. I mean,
first string only. Get in here.
It's not consistent, but if you were going to draft a team from any occupation, yeah, you might average.
This is a first string shit only. Come take it out.
Can anyone take a bigger one than this? Hey, if you can take a bigger shit than this, no laps today.
Yeah, exactly. You get the clipboard today.
Oh man.
Okay. Well, that's good. Yeah, let us know what you think if you want. Maybe we'll ask that on this episode. A couple more. Here we go.
What's up, boys? It's Bob the Ripper checking in. I heard you guys were getting rid of voicemails, so I need your help one last time. The career has progressed a bit since we last spoke. I'm in a new office, and I've been promoted to the point where I'm in charge of hiring new people.
Yes.
I hired a sales guy at the beginning of the new year. His name is Max, but for this purpose, we're going to call him Maximum Blast.
Okay.
Shortly after we hired and trained him, we realized that Max is not a normal person. Maximum Blast shits at least 5 times a day, and I'm in a bigger office now, but you have to understand it's still a small business environment, and you can hear what's going on in the bathroom. So I hire this guy who shits so violently with such volume that I'm not only intimidated, but it's affecting business. And I don't know if it's like an HR violation or something to like ask him what's wrong. If he has like Crohn's, is he just like Crohnsing himself in there, or is he just like, I don't know. I need your help. I know you're getting rid of voicemails. I totally get it. 90% of these suck ass, but I need your help one last time. Thanks, guys.
So
how does this keep happening to him?
I know this is karma for him stinking up the office.
He used to be the guy. Bob was the guy. Right. So
the toilet was the center of the office it was him and 3 women, and he would shit and smell up the office.
This saga was probably 2 years ago for people who weren't listening at the time. Bob the Ripper called in weekly almost at the time, updating us on his tiny office and him blowing up the can and then spraying the Lysol to the point where it was annoying everybody. And then he gets fired from that job, right?
I think because of the shitting.
Well, I think we told him to just be him and let it fly, and it was a bad piece of advice.
And then he finds a new job where he's the man. He's getting promoted. He's got a nice private bathroom apparently,
and the shit gods have karma'd him.
Exactly. Now he's got the worst one.
Giving him a Bob the Ripper himself.
Yeah, he hired
I'll tell
himself.
You what you do there, because it's tough. You can't tell the guy straight up, "We're firing you because you shit like a maniac." What you got to do is get a little creative. Got to find out other things he does that isn't the loud shitting. That you could get a little ticky tacky with, and then if say the opportunity arose itself, just sort of bring up general decorum when you're having those conversations. And then if that doesn't go well enough, hopefully you are working in a work to right state or right to work state, and you can just fire him with no reason because that's what you're going to have to do.
I think you need to lean into it. I think, tying it back into there is no free lunches. You should play a game and like kind of when he goes in there, get everyone around, and the last person to laugh when he blows up the bathroom gets like a free lunch. Make like a fun
you can
game
absolutely
out of
do
it.
that. Yeah,
you
get
can do
involved.
That. You could do that, or
bullying. Bullying is a good way to get out of this too. Yes.
Yeah, you put whoopee cushions at his desk, make fart noises when he comes out.
I agree. Bullying
Make
is
him
the best.
uncomfortable. Yeah.
Bullying is the best way.
You guys, every person who's in HR that's listening to this show just smacked their face when they heard you say that. That's stupid, guys.
Well, that's why we don't have an HR department, Pat.
Right.
That's right. Hey,
Well,
Pat,
checkmate.
Fuck you. How about that? Because there's no HR. You can't do anything about it. I can say that.
Yeah.
That's true.
We will be sued at some point. Don't worry about it. But for now,
it's okay. It's okay. Here's what you do though. You let him hang himself. You set a trap. So you could do it with walkie-talkies. You could do it with a cell phone you left behind that was on speakerphone. You could do it any number of ways. But here's what happens.
Bluetooth it.
You get a two-way devices that talk to each other. You place one in the bathroom right before his shit time.
Oh, yeah, this HR is great. Yeah,
he goes in the bathroom. He has no idea. He's blowing it up, blowing it up.
But you got him on tape now.
He comes out, and the whole office has heard him because you've piped the walkie or the phone or whatever microphone you have in there. No, but he knows that they heard him.
Oh, because he hears it
You
reverberating.
don't think this guy doesn't know that everyone hears him?
He's telling himself that they're not hearing. He's telling himself they're not hearing him.
This guy's an asshole.
He's in bliss. He's in bliss. He's like it's like a deaf dorm. he's stomping all over the place. He doesn't care.
I think Max is leaning into it so that he can take 5 shits throughout the day.
Maximum blast.
I think Max is like exaggerating it. Maybe
he also
some sound effects.
Probably wants to get fired. So
right. He also might be going for a wrongful termination. So
yeah.
Back to the bullying. I think that's got a lot of promise.
Yeah.
There was another one. I like the idea of Pat said like tricking him, but here's a good way to trick somebody.
You could scream, all right, everyone, headphones in, as he's walking into the bathroom, stuff like that.
The oldest trick in the book for any manager who's ever been
Ring a
in
bell.
a corporate office. No, just tell corporate, just go to them and be like, hey, I need to monitor one person's internet activity. And they'll know exactly what you mean. And they'll hook it up if you have that capability.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Is it Max's because he does 5 loud shits a day? Yeah.
It depends on how big the company is. If you have an IT department, they will, and you get the sign-offs, they'll know exactly what you mean.
They look at you and like, are we trying to get Max fired? And you're like,
what if Max is clean, though? What if he's clean?
Max isn't clean.
No, Pat, the thing is
kidding
he's
me?
looking other shit up. Everybody's clean, but he's
probably
reading
jerking off
articles
him,
and shit.
Yeah,
You can
Pat, then you incept him like con man style. You start giving
Now
him
you're speaking my language.
You give him like little images of boobs all day so that he wants to go on a booby site at work, and you catch him. You just like you put boobs like outside the office, inside the office, little pictures of boobs just everywhere.
I knew you guys would
make the coat hangers look like nipples, like everything.
I knew you guys would move away from bullying and into setting a trap.
Trickery.
Trap 'em. Yeah.
Well, it's one of the two ways, that or just a straight up fire.
Yeah.
You can fire people. People forget. Yeah.
People forget.
All right. Last voicemail.
Why? Because I fucking hate you. That's why.
Because you shit so loud, the entire office stops working. For your entire shit.
We're losing customers.
You want to know the reason? That's the reason. Put in a lawsuit.
You know why, Max?
It brings the rest of the office together, though. Like it's like a team building.
That's true.
Event.
Everyone but him.
They're all like mouthing to each other. Can you believe it? He's doing it again. That's 4.
Yeah.
What did he eat?
Yeah. All right. Last voicemail, number 1 of the week, goes to Steve from Philly. Here we go.
Is it about poop?
Hey guys, it's Steve from Philly. I need your opinion on something. My buddy Ian goes to a 5-course meal about an hour away from his house. He has notoriously bad bowels. We've known it for years. Through the 3rd course, he has to step away and use the bathroom, got to make a poop. No surprise. So after dessert, he has a cup of coffee, leaves the restaurant, makes the 5-minute walk to his car. On the way, is getting very hot and flustered, gets to the car, strips all his clothes off, gets in. It's not a surprise to the guy. He's a heavier guy. Takes the drive about an hour back home, and on the way, he's just in agony. He's got to poop terribly. Gets home. Now, his nearest bathroom is on the 2nd floor of his house. So he's got to go up some steps. So instead, he bails out of his car, goes about 8 feet away, shits in his yard. Uses his underwear to clean up. Now, he had torn these underwear earlier in the day when pulling his pants up, so, they were trash anyway.
Whoa.
But what I need to know is, did he make it? Does it count? Does it count when you poop in your yard? Did he make it, yay or nay?
No.
He knows a little bit too much information to not be him in this story. He ripped his pants earlier in the day when he pulled his pants.
How did he know that?
That's definitely him.
I was in the follow car.
Yeah. He was talking about himself.
The answer is no, he didn't make it.
He did not make it.
I think he made it, man. It's his property.
He made it to his property, but he did not make it to his house.
I think if he feels comfortable enough, then he made it, right?
No, you didn't make it, because here, listen to this. One time when I was much younger, we were on a road trip, and my dad,
made it, Steve.
And my dad was making me hold it until we got to the hotel. We get to the hotel parking lot. I pissed my pants. I did not make it to the bathroom. Just like this man did not make it. I was on the property.
No, time out.
It's a little bit different.
You pissed your pants. Had you pulled your dick out and peed in the parking garage, we could have a different story. He pulled his pants down and shat in the yard. He didn't shit his pants. He made that decision. I say he made it.
Yeah. You didn't own anything then, Will. If you had taken your jumper off and peed in your jumper, the only thing that you owned, then you would have made it, bro. But
no, you have to cheeks on the toilet or you didn't make it, period.
He did cheek
He
in the
didn't
bushes.
shit his pants, though. He did not
shit his pants. He chose to pull his pants down and shit the yard.
He pays the mortgage.
He had to
on that
wipe his shit with his underwear. That's not making
it. It wasn't a great make.
What are the times you wipe your ass with your underwear?
When you're ready to throw them away.
When you didn't make it. When you didn't make it.
Man, I don't know. That's tough. I think I'm going with Mark now. I think that he did because he didn't shit in his pants. He made it.
Yeah, this guy needs to see a doctor either way, or like not go an hour out of his way for a dinner.
Clearly you, right, Steve?
Yeah, it's all Steve.
You know, my buddy. Yeah.
No surprise there.
No surprise. But hey, that was it. The theme of poop. Thank you. I don't know if it was because I was on voicemails this week, but I like to think so. Because
we were talking about poop all week, I think, but maybe it was because you.
When aren't we?
Shit.
Yeah, I know. Who knows? I'm gonna take it. But let's pull up the wheel to find out who's gonna be on voicemails next week.
Perfect.
Ooh, let's do it.
Once I lost internet and I've come back, I've heard double for the past 20 minutes. It's not been great.
Mark just chewing it again.
Not been great.
He's in the
I'm
dark
like Steve
place.
on a ride home from a restaurant right now. It's torture.
All right. Voicemails and reviews next week. Oh, remove.
We got to
Will
take you out,
from
man.
the list. Oh, gonna be Wes doubling down.
Once again, more
Okay.
poop coming at you. On
Yeah.
Friday.
Well, you know what I like. So send them on.
All right, now we'll add me back in, and cup of coffee in the big time on Monday.
Back to backs.
Doubling down, a lot of doubling down. Look at this.
The wheel.
Mark's gonna be cup of coffee on Monday again. Wes is tripling down.
TikTok.
Wes is TikTok International
Love
Moment
it.
on Monday.
Okay. All right. Well, there you have it. Get those voicemails in 512-270-1480, or preferably, like you heard, the great quality from Steve from Philly at Hard Factor voicemails. God, what even is it now? I don't even know.
You set it up.
Oh.
Hard Factor voicemail at gmail.com.
There
Hard
it is.
Factor
This is
voicemail.
more confusing than your refund
At
process.
Gmail.
It's your primary Gmail now.
Hard Factor
Every
voicemail.
time I see you in a document, it's always Hard Factor voicemails.
I'll tell you
Yeah.
what, you buy a shirt and then you tell me about it, and then send me a note, and then
Send me a voicemail.
I'm gonna need a
send me a
voicemail.
Hard Factor voicemail saying you bought a shirt for the thing, and then I'll get you.
That's
a new
exactly
shirt.
how it goes. They're not exaggerating at all.
I'll call you back on the landline.
You're gonna get a call from my Asian accountant.
Oh, the double is annoying.
Have a great fucking weekend. We love you.
Hard Factor. Cheat on the news. Patreon.com/Hard Factor.